Welcome to the Slouch Theory.
Shit.
Slouch Theory.
What's
Hey,
good?
yeah.
Can you see me well?
Yes, I can.
Great.
Yes, I can. How you
Let me
doing?
take this busted ass. Are we recording? Yeah. Okay.
We recording, but there's no need to worry about video. That can always be ignored.
I'm just trying not to look crazy.
Nah, you're not looking crazy.
That looks,
Not
bro.
looking crazy.
All right. We
How
out
do
of
I
here.
sound?
You
Do I
sound all right.
Do I sound like I tried?
Now, tried? No.
For real? Hold on. So maybe I gotta like reboot this bitch. Wait.
It just sounds like you ate some muffins before this. Like,
I ate muffins before this.
yeah, is that smoke? What is that on the side? What is that? What's going on?
Hey.
I'm sorry. It's a lot. It's a lot. And I have questions.
Good times is what's going on. You know what I mean?
Heard you.
To the homie, you know what I'm saying? How I sound now? Aha. I'm better?
Good thing of guan.
Yeah. Okay, so I'll explain.
Yeah, because you're getting high. I'm a little baby, so if I did that, I would die. I would be out for the count.
You a lightweight when it comes to the marijuana?
I literally just started smoking maybe a couple years ago.
Okay,
So-
same here. Like when you say a couple years, what do you call that? 2, 3?
Yeah.
I would say I started smoking 2019, or you know what? Maybe 2018 is when I began.
Yeah.
2018. I was 26. So 2018 is when I had my first touch of THC anything.
Yeah.
Up until that point, I ain't smoked shit, touched shit. There's one time I rolled my mom's dandelion plant up and smoked it when I was like in junior high school, but that don't count.
You didn't
But,
know any better.
I ain't know no better. I was just trying to do shit in the house.
Yeah, I understand.
But yeah, I started late as well. So, we the same on that accord.
Yeah, you look like you advanced smoking.
I don't know what it
smoking
was.
way
I
advanced.
got good at it quick.
Yeah. Honestly, yesterday I went to go get a tattoo, right? And I'm sitting there. It's been a minute. Like my last tattoo was maybe 10 years ago.
How many
So I'm
do you have?
sitting there. Huh?
How many tats do you have?
Now I have 5.
5.
Wait. Yeah.
Almost lost count.
Yeah. No, but I have to get another one because the dude did such a good job and I need to fix the tattoo. So
Hold on. So the tattoo that was done needs to get fixed, or a different tattoo?
No. I need another one fixed. While I was there, I was letting them know, how
Okay, you can
I really
repair
fucked up things.
other works for me.
Yes.
So, okay, what did you get done recently?
Oh. Can you see it?
I'm having a good day. Yes, I can. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. And then the one that's gonna get fixed is what?
So I don't know if anybody knows because this is being recorded, but anyways, I was a former Division I basketball player. I got this big ass basketball.
I knew about it because you spoke about it in like a couple sets before.
Yes.
I remember at Harlem Nights, I heard you say something about it.
Yes. So one of my favorite basketball players obviously is Michael Jordan, and in his Hall of Fame induction ceremony speech, he said limits like fear are often an illusion, which I thought was dope. I was like, oh, I'm getting that in a tattoo.
Say that one again. That sounds good.
Tattoo my freshman year of college. Yeah, but I got it drunkenly with my friends freshman year of college. We're playing D1 basketball. Yeah, let's go get a tattoo. And it sucked. And the guy didn't dot the I's and cross the T's. I'm just like, motherfucker.
Wait, he wrote it in regular school book language. It looked like a composition notebook.
It's script, but it looks like shit. Look at that.
Yeah, that looked like the same type of handwriting the Dominican girl in your school would do. You in lunch and you check her notebook and she got mad little hearts on her eyes and shit. The little Dominican shorty be writing in pink ink and shit. Glitter pens.
Why is that?
Pens.
Why do they always write like that? It's so weird.
I don't know. They gotta have. It's like It's a what was it? They have the glitter pens. I remember. You had a glitter pen when you was
They be
younger?
writing. They be writing in like pink, purple, green,
Pink, purple, and
blue.
green, all kind of shiny shit,
Yeah.
metallic.
Yeah, and they always had metallic, shiny ass shoes. Them bitches was rocking them pastries. You couldn't tell them shit.
Oh, pastries.
Yup.
Pastries. I only remember one black girl I ever seen in a pair of pastries.
Yeah,
Nobody else.
and she probably got beat up.
Nah, she was like one of those super quiet, like you never see her in no type of mix of any kind.
Yeah.
She was in her schoolwork. You know what it was? This is the wildest shit. This is gonna sound mad wrong, probably, but she was one of those girls who was like, when you looked at her, it was like you. What was like the movies where you remember like Disney movies where it would be like a girl that looks like a fucking dork, right? She looked like a goddamn dweeb, but
Yeah.
you can tell where the movie's gonna go because she has in Disney days they all had big ass titties, right? So she has big ass titties, right? But she looked
What?
like a fucking nerd, and then by the end of the movie, she's this mega hot bitch.
Yeah. Now, actually, I actually went to school with a lot of weird bitches with big titties and low key fat asses. And now, like, there's this one bitch. I was in orchestra with her, and she used to sit in front of me. She was first string. I was second string, so I was behind her.
Damn, yo, you did everything.
And so she was sitting behind me, and I would always see like a little bit of her butt crack, but I wouldn't say nothing because it looked kind of nice. And I was like, that's gonna develop into a nice booty. And she used to wear glasses, and she was like awkward. You know what I'm saying? Now, yo, her booty, yo, Tanya.
Oh shit! Done dropped the name Tanya. Tanya done got sick on us. Things changed.
She is a bad bitch. I seen her in person too, because I've been seeing her on Instagram. I saw her in person. I was like, damn, your ass is that fat. That grill that caught up to her. She Haitian. Yep.
Wow, women's relationships and friends it's a hilarious thing.
Yeah, because we're allowed to like
kind of do anything. So funny.
Yeah.
The closest a dude will get to that statement is, damn nigga, you look like you just got out of jail. that's the closest. Nigga, that's the closest we can get. If a nigga say you look like you just got out, that means you're in great shape. Your BMI is down, your cholesterol is perfect, your doctor loves what you're doing, but the only way your boy can celebrate you is being like, damn nigga, you just did time, didn't you? That's it.
Knowing that nigga just been in the gym.
Damn. Freedom. Women got a little bit. What no, it's like it's not a double. Yes,
it is a double standard, but we have way more leeway. Let me tell you something. I was just living in this old apartment building, struck up a relationship with this young lady. She's super cute. She's Dominican. She's like the same height as me, which is crazy because you know them Dominican bitches be small.
Sure, and you're like how tall? 5'11". 5'10".
Right. So we're chatting, whatever. She's cool. She gets her nipples pierced. Right. This is just one example. Okay, she gets her nipples pierced. And I'm like, oh, okay, that's cool. You know what I'm saying, do they hurt? She's like, yeah. And then she just pulls up her shirt and shows them to me. I'm like, oh my God, girl, your titties are so perky. They look great. You know what I'm saying? I was like, my shit is just falling at my kneecap. And she was like, let me see. And I was like, okay. And I pulled them. She's like, you're cute titties. I like them. And it's really like that. And nobody's titties got sucked.
And that's just I bet you it wasn't even like a weekend. That was Tuesday.
It was actually.
Fuck, that's what I'm saying. It don't even make sense. It's not like it was a hot Friday night. It was just we came home from Target and got into an odd discussion.
Yeah, it's not even odd though. It's like regular.
Regular.
Was great. Yeah, and I've seen her pussy and everything.
Now, what's the context of that story? that one, you know what I'm saying? That's episode 2. I'm intrigued.
First off, I've seen all of my friends' vaginas at this point. Like,
is that a prerequisite?
I feel like it, like, because if you're not comfortable to get undressed around me, it's like, why are we even friends? You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
Like, seriously. And actually, to further that, also, I don't trust no bitch that don't fart in front of me. If you don't fart in front of me,
explain the philosophy behind this.
So if you holding back poots, first off, you don't trust yourself,
Poots.
right? Right. You don't trust yourself. So if you don't trust yourself, how am I supposed to trust you? You know what I'm saying? Even if it's funky, bitch, I got spray, I have air freshener, and I have incense.
Okay.
It's okay.
So
But
the
the fact
trust,
that you fuck it up, huh?
the trust, right?
It's the trust, and it's about like, it's about self-love. Like you fucking up your whole gastrointestinal tract. Let that shit go.
That's serious. That's serious. Internal pressure.
Yeah, think about it. Like, bitch, we been hanging out every damn day and for 5 hours a day. You ain't poop. Like, bitch, I done farted 7 times already.
Wow. Hey, that's a close relationship. Of course, by that point, if that's how it's gonna start, tits are very, close on the menu.
Yeah.
Tits,
vagina, all of it, ass.
So yes, back to episode 2. So we're not skipping over this. How did this take place?
Oh, the pussy.
God's
I think
flower.
she was like, I just got a wax, and I was like, oh, okay. And I didn't ascertain as to what it looked like, but she just offered her like, hey, this is what it looks like, and I was like, oh, okay. And I like pussy, so I'm not gonna not look at, you know what I'm saying?
You like it like how? Aesthetically, or like how I would like it?
Like how you would like it.
Alrighty then. And she sips her tea. Okay.
And actually, that brings me to a really good conversation. So I went to go get my tattoo yesterday.
Yeah.
The tattoo artist and his girlfriend were both present. Girlfriend is super dope. I'm gonna name drop his Instagram, is I'm not gonna hold you. Cause that nigga from Harlem. Like, I'm not gonna hold you, my nigga. Like,
I'm not gonna hold you, bro. I'm the illest tattoo artist ever. I know that's how he came up with the name. He was like, I'm not gonna hold you. I'm the illest tattoo artist up here. So that's how he came up with it. Shout out to him.
Literally, I came up with it. So I'm talking to him and his girlfriend. I don't remember how this came up, but he's like, how do you feel about threesomes? And I hate when like regular people ask me questions like that, because like obviously I'm bisexual, so obviously I'm like, well, I like pussy, like, so you know what I'm saying? And she was like, yeah, I want to hear your take on this. And I asked her, I said, well, do you like pussy? Like, are you interested in women? She's like, no. And I was like, okay. And she's like, but I wouldn't mind having things done to me. And I was like, that's what every nigga wants. They want to watch a bitch eat their girl's pussy. That turns a nigga on. Or for So I was like, that's fine. But she also said like she's not really interested in it. So I'm like talking to him. I'm like, hey, then you got to bite that bullet or get you a different bitch that's into that. Because not every girl is into that. Like me personally, I like that shit because I like ass, titties, pussy, dick, and balls. But not everybody is into that.
That is true. That is a huge fact. So not everybody in the world of women, the identifiers of the women gender, when you say not everybody, or are you saying both genders, not everybody?
Well, actually, no, there are some guys, like I was talking to this guy once and I was like, oh, like, how do you feel about threesomes or anything like that? Just like experimentation, you know, because it's not a requirement for me. But I mean, if you're in love with someone and you really enjoy your time with them physically, mentally, all of that, why not have a good time every now and then? You know what I'm saying? It's your birthday. You could get some extra pussy. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And he was like, no, absolutely not. And then, you know, like I was like, nigga, a little sweet, but it's okay. You know what I'm
saying? So is it that in his case, he's not interested because it's just too much pussy around and he's hit his limit?
Well,
is it that? Because he said he's a little sweet. So maybe he's like, hey, that's I can handle one at a time. I'm not too fond of them. He
personally was sweet, but I think that there's some guys that are just like, you're all I want and you're all I need. And that's okay too. That's totally fine. I respect that as well, because I am a lot to handle.
Okay, so what about the other side? If the dude is like you on the opposite end,
like wants to have threesomes and stuff and experiment.
And now he's like, he says the same. What was the statement? Because I don't want to fuck up the order. I think you said I like tits, pussy, ass, dick, balls, or something like that. You had an order of.
Whoa, hold on. Now, if a guy is saying that he likes dick and balls, absolutely, it's a double standard. I understand that. But if a man tells me that he likes dicks and balls as well, I will have to politely decline anything with him, any
Now,
activities.
what's the thought behind that?
I'm personally not attracted to men who like men. That's a big turn off for me. If that's what you like to do, I'm not against it. Like, we can be friends and all that. That's cool. But I personally don't want to date a man who like gets dick up his ass or puts dick up somebody else's ass or, sucks dick.
Okay. Now, would it be like a energy thing? Cause
What do you mean?
like you was it play D1 basketball, right? And I'm not what was the position you played?
So I played D1 and D2. I mean, honestly, at both levels, I played like a slasher, like 2-3.
Okay.
Yeah,
So that's
the dog
somebody.
is snoring. My apologies. The
Your
dog is
dog?
snoring.
No, no, hell yeah, I love dogs. Shout out to the pup. But you're a slasher, 3-2. That's somebody who has a certain level of aggression, because in order to maintain 2 levels of position like that, you need to have intensity. Am I correct?
Yes.
All right. So there's that component. Then you have the other thing where it came up. I was like, damn, you do everything. So a damn you do everything person is a person who's like, I finished a task. I have more energy. So you have a thing of I have more to give, even if it's not me choosing to give it or have it, it's there. I want to go to sleep, but I can't. I have to do. So you end up having multiple interests, talents, yada, yada, yada. Now that's a type of energy that comes with that.
Yes.
So maybe the thing is like the guys who may be interested in guys, they might have like a feminine thing, and you're like, I'm too fucking, I'll run through you, nigga.
Yeah.
Is it something like that?
No, but I feel you.
I'm out here just pitching. I have no idea about shit. That's preference quite a lot on the show. I'm like, hey, I talk a lot, don't know nothing.
I used to make a lot of poor decisions in life because, like, I'm an Aquarius, so I do like rambunctious activities.
I'm a Scorpio.
Oh, I love Scorpios. My brother's a Scorpio. You guys are the best.
Word, that's awesome. That's the first time I ever got that reaction.
Yeah, I mean, bitches be bitter. They be
usually
like,
when I say I'm a Scorpio, girls are like, oh my god,
and ain't call me back.
I always get, whew. But yes, you're an Aquarius and you make wild, rash decisions.
Yes. But now that I'm grown and I have an excellent job and a beautiful apartment and like mouths to feed, so every 6 months I try to like do something. I do something really self-sabotaging and like destructive. So now every 6 months, when I feel like I need to like get something out of my system, I'm just gonna go get a tattoo.
Oh, now
really?
Let me see if my brain can come up with some shit, right?
Okay, go.
So that whole statement you had resulted in a way that I can like find a new path is to tattoo. Yeah. But the things with tattoo is it comes with a couple things. It has its own stigma. There's a societal stigma with it. Not the same degree as it used to be because of our age group and shit, but a little bit is there. And then it has the pain factor included. Right.
I have a very high tolerance for pain, but proceed.
which is that's definitely even more included in this now.
Yeah.
That's even more included into this. Now, hey, I don't know shit. Okay. But that's, you said that, then you got the pain thing, and it's like these are like things that you got to be like, that's a part of me, and it makes it intense. And you like, there's like a thing that goes with that. You I'm gonna just go ahead and throw this out there because you know what I'm saying. You probably like it a little rough, don't you? You want to bang somebody's head off a board or something, a little headboard action.
I typically like bigger men because I'm a big bitch. Yeah.
No, you know what's funny about that? See, size really. I had this idea where is it my idea? Whatever. It's in my head, but it's like I think your like size in relation to your space denotes your experience on wherever you're at. So like, all right, I'm about 6'2", you're 5'10", right? Then that would that has a huge experience factor on our lives, which also results in like how we behave or talk or whatever, temperaments and shit
Yeah.
like that. Then if you think about a person, if we were to be shrunk to 4 feet tall, that's a completely different experience. But also, if we were to stay the same exact size, but experience the earth at a larger volume, like say the earth for some reason now has expanded so it's 5 to 10 times its size. So a person who is 6'2" experiences the world as a person who is 4. You see what I'm saying? Now it's like the streets are bigger, the air is denser, the fucking trees are huge, the animals are bigger. Our experience
I can
changes.
tell you've been smoking weed. That was a high ass. That was a high ass. That was some high nigga shit.
Okay,
Imagine
so
if you would have been drunk. Like, nigga.
All right, so I didn't like give you any information on the show whatsoever.
What in the how high?
All right. So the show, right, is the slouch part is because I have a tendency to slouch, and then at one point I was told that I have to make sure that I pay attention to the musculature of my back, otherwise I can have spinal curvature, right? So that's in there, but the theory part, like that just be like making shit up. Just fucking, that's the whole idea. Is just like I'm gonna just theorize some shit. You know what I'm saying? And whatever happened. That's it.
I see. I
So
understand.
it's just
Okay,
like,
this makes sense.
you can go out on any type of limb. I'm here. Let's go.
Let's go.
I don't give a
mean,
shit.
Overall though, back to like the whole sexuality thing, when it comes down to it, I do want to marry a black man though. At the end of the day, I want to marry a black man because women are fucking insane.
I feel like I have a thing where every time I even have the slightest idea of like picture of a couple years forward, it's a black girl.
Aren't you? You know what?
Am I what? Say that.
Aren't you with a beautiful black queen?
Yes. Yeah. So always, it's just been a thing. Like, never I had to be conscious of the thought either. It was just.
I'm gonna say this out loud. When you posted that picture of her, I was like, "Thank the Lord, God damn," because I'm tired of seeing these niggas with all these damn white girls. I ain't even gonna lie. I know it's terrible.
I didn't even know I was around the time when people would care. That's a success point. I'm gonna add that as a credit.
No, nigga. No, it's just I am just very critical because I'm like, oh, this nigga with her, I ain't girl. But
yeah,
then
but the thing is,
and she bad. I was like, thank the Lord.
The thing is,
niggas be
if the black dude is like, whatever, bum, black women don't give a fuck. They like, what? Dude, who gives a shit if this loser's going? Like,
not this one right here.
Nigga with. You're like Farrakhan. You take the bums, the crackheads, brother. I will refine you. There's a God among you.
It's not even that. It's like I feel like sometimes weird black men, like for instance, what's his name? This Is America. What's his name again? This Is America.
When you're doing that makes me think of something Jamaican. So now Donald Glover, even though he's not Jamaican, is he?
I don't think
great
so,
if he is. Shout out to Donald.
Made a statement about how like black women don't like him because of how he is. And like,
okay, I remember that.
Right. And it's like, nah, nigga, it ain't that. Because there are plenty of black women who are super intelligent and super dorky. I'm one of those people, like I just told you, I was a violinist, and
but there was a time where it wasn't so cool to be these things.
Right. And it's still,
I remember
it's still
being
stigmatized
for my interest. One time I told this black girl I was getting a bike, and she was like all happy with me and shit. We used to like kind of like flirt with each other all the time. We was friends, we still friends, but when we was younger, it was always like a little flirt tension. But I was a dork 1000%, so I didn't know how to like do nothing correctly. So it was just, the tension was just always there. I'm funny as fuck, mad tension. I don't know what the fuck to do with it. That's our relationship, right? And then I think I'm dropping her home or something. I'm like, yo, I'm about to get a bike. I'm fucking hyped. She's like, oh my God, you getting a bike? I'm like, yeah. And then I showed her a picture and she said, nigga, you mean a bicycle? And threw my phone down. She was so disgusted. She was like, ew, you gonna be pedaling?
That bitch.
Yo, she was ready for the bike back. But nah, she was not into the fixed gear bike. I got me a little Fuji, you know what I'm saying? She was not. She didn't give a
I have a question for you.
Yeah.
Where did you grow up?
New York, Brooklyn, and Queens. So
okay.
I was like I'll be in the Brooklyns that I'll be in would be like Bushwick area, like East New York, a little bit of Bed-Stuy. I'll be
and
like,
where do you live now?
Brooklyn, and then South Jamaica, Queens.
You live in South Jamaica? You live in Southside now?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so I grew up in Long Island. Right. And both of my parents are educators. I'm currently I'm graduating.
Growing up, I would hear about people like you. Be like, yo, there's free niggas on the other side.
It's true though. Like honestly, like I had a great education.
You used to see these big ass houses and shit.
Yes, all of that. I'm actually about to graduate with my master's degree in October.
Damn.
And so I come from a level of educated blackness. Right. Well, kind of. My parents ain't married, but you know. But
they got close. Almost made it to the finish line. Somebody pulled a hamstring.
But I find that a lot of people, like, I have had the same friends for like years. Like I have the same cluster of friends. Like I have a cluster of Brooklyn friends because I played basketball all over when I was younger. So I have the same cluster of Brooklyn friends from high school, the same college friends, and then the same high school friends. I really don't get along with newer people because I come from a different background and I'm a little weird and a little dorky. And not everybody can handle that.
I don't know, because I feel, you know what? I won't even say what I feel. I've been described as weird, odd, crazy, all kind of them adjectives or whatever the fuck the words is. Those are adjectives or verbs. Anyway, dumb shit.
Adjectives, because they're describing you.
Bang. That's that master's kicking in. So it would be like that. So, and I feel as though even though I used to get into a fuck ton of fights, it was never hard to make a friend or to make at least somebody that I'm like, I could say what up to that person. No matter what school I was in. Yeah, I played a lot of sports, mad different shit.
That's what saved me. If I didn't play sports, I'd have been a weird bitch. I
think I still ended up being the weird though. The weird didn't get away. Yeah, and even in some of the sports that I was into, especially back then, was looked at as, nigga, you weird as shit. Because I was Southside Jamaica and I'm doing Shaolin Kung Fu at the one dojo in the hood with the Fruit of the Nation Islams. And
you was that type of nigga?
Yeah, I used to play soccer for years. I was playing soccer at a Jamaican spot, at a Greek club. Your butt
was thinking for years. You was funky. You was in there. Hey.
I was getting it in, yo. I used to go to Tiger Showman's. I got kicked out of Tiger Showman's. So I was a part of the weird club for a little bit. I was into BMX, skateboard. I chipped my tooth fucking trying to do tricks. I stretched the collarbone out. I built ramps in my backyard. I was doing some fuck shit. When I was younger, I used to stress my family out, yo. I was doing fuck shit. for the whole time.
To be honest with you, maybe we grew up kind of similar because I always had to fight for my honor because everybody thought I was pussy. Because y'all see me now, I'm more brolic. Like so when I was in college, fun fact about Allie Leftridge, when I was in college, I was 5'7". Oh wait, what happened? Oh, I was 5'7". I am now 5'10", 180 pounds. When I was in high school, I was like 136 pounds. I was always very
in the world
skinny.
of women, that's supposed to be huge, right?
No, I was very skinny. No, and people always used to make fun of me because I was a black girl. I didn't have no ass. I was skin and bones, but I was always nice at basketball. Like I was strong. But
I wonder if you could beat me.
Fun of. Huh?
I wonder if you could beat me.
Probably, nigga. You brolic as shit. You can't move as fast as I can. But anyways, I digress.
I want to find out because I've been trash for like mad long, but then I got like one day I was at the park and I seen this nigga that looked like he played ball. He had like the suit, right? And I was like, you know what? Today is the day. I'm gonna try it. And it took all my effort, like everything I had. But I beat him by 1 point. Even though he was like not out of breath and everything, he was still playing ball fine. The fact that I got that nigga that one time, I was like, I changed a little bit. So I just want to test my skill against somebody that's elite. I don't got no elite ball players around me. You're the only one I know.
Well, apparently Eagle Wit
fuck out of here. Come on.
He claimed he elite. I'm like,
come on. Okay. I make fun of women's basketball all the time. And the reason is because the population of women don't watch it. Most of the people that watch it be me. Mad men be watching women's basketball. So we know who can actually fucking play ball. Women be like, y'all don't care about it. And it's like, when the last time you saw a game, Trisha? Shut your fucking face. So the reason I be talking is because I know who actually could stand a chance of busting some ass. I play ball with Eagle. Eagle is fast. I give him that. He's fast. He's like a nice ball player for like street ball.
That nigga short as fuck. Short niggas is always fast.
Yeah, he's like street ball. He gonna get to the rag if you give him some space and he'll lay it up. But like, I've shut Eagle down before. He'll tell you it's just by hacking because I'm big. That's all people say. If you have muscles and they can't run through you, that's a foul. No, you're just weak, bro. That's it. So yeah.
To be real with you, I can't wait to play basketball this summer because I'm a whole new bitch. Like I didn't have this body in college. I cannot wait to see what I could do. I'm going to be bulldozing bitches. Like I'm solid as fuck.
Are you gonna sign up for like a league or something? Is this gonna be taped? Or are you gonna? I want to see.
Well,
if
nigga,
you break somebody's ankle.
You live in the city, so I'm gonna just invite you and Shorty out and come out and watch, and then afterwards we're gonna get some drinks.
I'm with it. That sounds like a good day to me.
That's it.
Now, Allie, the pandemic has been happening. Comedy has been rather weird. How have you supplemented the ability to do these live shows, yo?
So the pandemic, I really didn't do much. I was also in a very, very tough mental state.
Ooh.
And actually 2020 was probably the worst year of my life health-wise. I had to have emergency surgery. I got really sick with COVID. My body kind of just shut down on me, and it was very unfortunate. So I did not perform.
Doesn't look like it. You fucking bounced back wonderfully.
Yo, honestly, and that is nothing but just prayer. And I'm also a personal trainer. Like I work out a lot. And I have some good like juice cleanses and teas and all of that. That kind of
so you know exactly how like you went the holistic route.
I kind of had to because I had been on medication for a while and it really didn't do much for me. So that kind of saved my life. And also, do you know JJ Matisse?
Yeah.
Her best friend, her name is Taz. She runs her own infused tea business. It's called Lifted Infused Tea.
That was funny as fuck because you was giving a sincere moment and your dog was deep in a snore.
Did you hear that?
That was the only one I heard. I haven't heard anyone prior to that. but that one was pronounced. He got a good bone in that dream.
Bruh, he is
Some dog
snoring the
booty
whole
was
time.
getting there.
He snores like he pays bills in this bitch.
I
I'm like,
love how dogs are lit. You have a pit bull too. I had one of them. Yo.
No, I don't. I don't have a pit bull.
You don't? You have
He's
some big motherfucker.
He's an American Bull Mastiff.
All right, let me tell you something. Okay. All right. Okay. Over here in Southside, that's a pit bull.
Yo, that's a fact. My aunt live over there, and when I be walking, they be like, "Yo, ma, let me get that dog. Let me get that pit."
Yes,
like,
that's a
mean?
pit bull
You
over
want
here.
My dog?
Mm-hmm.
What you mean, nigga? Yeah, I want to breed him. You can't.
Yep.
You can't. No.
Yo, let me get your dog for one night. I got mad good music, some weed. Dog gonna love it. Mad doggy bitches. We gonna make money.
Yo,
good time.
I actually, sidebar, I love having this dog because A, he's fucking 9 months and he's 80 pounds. B, he don't play when it comes to me. Like when I walk in, I could wear whatever the fuck I want to wear in the streets this summer, and I know ain't nobody gonna roll up on me because Avon Barksdale is the realest nigga in these streets.
That's
he
hilarious.
does not.
Avon Barksdale.
He does not play about his mommy. I'm safe all the time. All the time. I love it.
That does suck though. That it is really that case where a woman has to be like, yo, I gotta get a fucking Iron Man taser or a fucking 12 gauge shotgun or an attack dog in order to walk down my street. I really wish it wasn't like that.
I do too. And the
like
crazy thing
that's
is like
fucked.
And I'm a fighter, so I could fight. But you know, one thing I realized these days is that that don't matter.
Yeah.
That don't matter. So you can't be putting the paws on random niggas. You know what I'm saying? So I have my mace, I got my eyes poker. You know what I'm saying? I got everything. I don't play that and I live in the hood now, but I live in it's like half gentrified, half hood. That's how Brooklyn is. But if I walk outside my door, niggas is shooting craps at 9. That they rolling dice at 9 o'clock.
But you know what? In my brain, in my utopia of a world, the niggas on the corner shooting a little bit of dice could be productive members of society. They could just be like, today I'm off. I still wake up this time of day. My man's is outside. I came down to get a little burger at the spot. A little bang, bang, bang. We engage in an hour money exchange, and this is our game. And then I see a fine young lady. Good morning, sister. And then just bang, let me get set.
But that's not how it goes.
I wish that's how it went.
That's not how it goes. Why are you at the corner store from 9 a.m. to 3 o'clock in the morning?
Now that part right there, there ain't no way to fix. That one is rough. Those guys, that really is rough. When I look at those dudes, that shit, I think them niggas serve a purpose. Because they don't age either. They start out as 58 years old and stay 58 for 30 years. And I think they're because you know how this might be some hot shit too, because you know, different realms and dimensions and all kind of whatever the fucks. Why do we all experience these guys the same way at every age? And they're like a fixture. I feel like they serve like a higher purpose. Like they fucked up some way, and this is like their way to pay it back. And they just stay like a fixture of don't become me.
So is this Nirvana?
That's an album. Wait, what? You fucking hit me with the yo-yo.
So maybe like reincarnation, like you fucked up in your regular life.
Something must have occurred. Something must have happened.
And now you came back as a hood nigga.
And something like, I'm gonna be on this corner so that when the young brothers see me, they can see a warning sign. If your ass get lazy, this where the fuck you gonna end up.
This where you go. Yo, the other day
terrifying.
I was walking Avon and I seen this nigga on a brand new electric scooter. And it was brand new because I saw the sticker on it. And he had like fresh Jordans on, like tracksuit. And he was having a conversation on the phone saying, yeah, I put in my application for food stamps and for unemployment. I did everything. And I was like,
I did everything. I completed the mission. I'm lit. I did it all.
lit. I got food stamps and I got unemployment. I'm like, nigga, if you don't go
I did
get
it
a
all.
job, that's crazy, right?
And I'm gonna just throw this out there as a quick sidebar for the listeners. Before you start to develop any funky ass ideas of your own, go and do your fucking research on who's the actual applicants and beneficiaries of unemployment, of tax services, of motherfucking stamps and all that shit before you start saying stuff. All right, have a good day. Back to the conversation. Hello.
Because we know who the primary users of the welfare system in America are.
Already then.
Don't get me started, because you know I'm getting my master's in public administration. So
I don't even know what that means. Administrating the public, telling them where to go. Is that what it is?
I majored in political science with a minor in women's and gender studies. So when people try to come at me crazy, I listen first. But then when it gets crazy, I'm like, let me politely put you in your motherfucking place. Because what we not going to do is talk to me like I don't know what the fuck is going on and speak down on my communities. Negative.
The women and gender studies thing is rather interesting because I know you. And our conversations and exchanges have been pleasant. And it's like, usually when people say women's studies and gender, the disposition is of an unpleasant person. But it seems as though there's a distinction between women's studies and gender and the separation of feminism or modern feminism or postmodern.
So I think people misunderstand the definition of feminism, and feminism is different for different people. I would say I'm more of an intersectional feminist because I believe in the political, social, and economic equality of all marginalized and oppressed groups. So LGBTQ, Latino, women, Black folk, you know what I'm saying, Native American, all of that. I believe that we all deserve an equal opportunity in those areas. But there are some like diehard rah feminists that are like, fuck men, they're the worst people in the world. And then there are also those like daughters of the Confederacy feminists who are like white women only and like don't include anyone else. So it's like,
and there's the opposite of those on the men's side with the MGTOW dudes, the dudes who's like women can't do shit but forgive a baby and fucking fart it's some wild ass opinions, man. Like, what you gonna do? Suck your dick and that's it, right? You know, can't do nothing else. Bitch can't do shit out here but suck a little dick, give a little foot. You know, never done that. Like, there's some people that say that with a serious disposition and believe it. So, you know, it can get wild. It can get wild on both sides. Yeah.
I always encourage women, young women, middle-aged women, older women to know your rights and have a voice. I'm also, here's a little drop, I'm also the vice president of a women's empowerment nonprofit. And actually this Saturday, May 1st, we're having a virtual conference on financial excellence and finances. It's going to be super dope. 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. on Zoom.
Teach you how to handle your money.
Handle this money.
Women definitely need that because y'all spend money like a motherfucker.
That's always the misconception, but actually,
first of all, take your time with that word. It almost fucked both of us up.
Hey, I've been drinking.
I've been drinking.
I don't know. I just word misconception.
It's a good time. It's a good time.
To that bitch.
It sounded great when you said it. I enjoyed it. Fuck the fucking first original spelling. I don't like it. There's a common misconception, and we can get it in.
I think it's super important for us to have a voice.
Yes.
And to speak on things like politics, social issues, and economics and education. honestly, Black women are kind of the high, where we have the highest graduation rate, and we have become some of the highest earners in the country, especially through the pandemic. And it just shows that no matter what happens, we will always rise. And I think it's super important for us to use the resources that are allotted to us, all of these loans and grants that are given to us just because of our skin color and because of our gender. To use that shit, because it's about goddamn time.
Now I at this point I feel way more intelligent than I was like this year, this same month last year, and then the year before that. So yes, but then also there's a part of me that's like, I'll go on the internet and I speak to people, and then like women of your caliber, women that went to school for many, many years and they type a lot, you know what I mean? Women that could type like a motherfucker, be hitting them keys, nigga. And you talk to them and it's like they know about all these programs for women, and there's a lot of stuff. And it's like, wait a minute, what y'all gonna do with the other half of y'all people? Because if the issue, but I just have this thing where I was like, if I see 10 programs posted, 9 of them or 9.5 of them are for women or in girls development. And I'm like, well, there's still men being born and there's still ones that exist. So if they, what are for them to do to anything, like
there are plenty of programs out there,
and I'm just asking. It's not that I'm saying it doesn't exist. I only say it because of what I'm like as a person, like scrolling. If I'm scrolling on Instagram, if I'm scrolling on any of the socials, and like how like a sponsored thing would pop up, the sponsored program stuff, if I see 10, 9 of them are for young girls thing and a young women's and that's great. Women need that because for mad long, no attention.
Right.
So that is a factoid that I understand now that I have not understood before.
Right.
But it's just a thing in my head that I see the programs, and then I also see when you scroll just idle niggas basically. And when I say idle niggas, I mean like everybody, all the dudes, just idle motherfuckers, where it's like niggas complaining about ain't no jobs. When you look at these the numbers, the statistics and shit, that's my fucking word right there. Statistics, right? When you look at them shits, the cat stacks. When you look at the cat stacks, the fucking the niggas is committing suicide 75,000 times a day. These motherfuckers is drinking themselves after that. So it's like, well, I guess these little brothers need some programs too, because it's half the earth. You know what I'm saying? It's two options. When you look down, there's many identifications of individuality and how you feel inside and in mind. But when you look at the hardware, you see 2 options of hardware. There's many different software downloads a human can have. Right. So that's why they have all the non-binaries and I identify as they, I'm a she, I'm a he, so it's like, all right, there's many different softwares you can have. But as far as looking at the hardware, when you buy a MacBook, it has 2 ports or it has 1 port. You see what I'm saying? Like the hardware is the hardware. See 2 options.
So
both sides need help.
I agree. But see, we have these programs for young women and young men, right? But
men don't ask for help.
It's not even that. It's also that like some people in general don't use the resources that are allotted to them and that are offered to them and that are available to them.
That's the
you literally have niggas who live in the hood that drive Audis and wear Dior and wear fucking Balenciagas.
That's very true.
Because if you have access to a MacBook and an iPhone and Dior shoes and all of that, you also have access to that Boys to Men program or that Renaissance Warriors program, programs that enrich you and allow you to be educated and to make a decent living and buy homes.
And that's all facts. And into I don't know if the word to agree with you or is to maybe like support the whatever you said. I don't know the right word I'm looking for, but the things is I was in a couple programs like when I used to get into a fuck ton of fights, like on a weekly basis, I got into 3 fights. That around that time, my mom was like, "Nigga, you are wilding," and put me in a trouble youth program at a church with mad kids that was like gangsters and Bloods and Crips, LBs. Kids was dealing drugs, and it was ridiculous. They had us doing push-ups in the rain on our knuckles, hiking up the hill. It was fucking crazy, right? Like
That's what you do with trouble kids. Work them asses out.
They had. I remember one time they hiked to something hill, and the fucking top had this platform. And then there was this dude named Brother Mutu. And Brother Mutu said, all right, whoever feel like they got a problem, go ahead and do something about it right now. And niggas was standing there like, wait, what? He said, I seen you talking shit to this one. You got a problem? I want to see some action right now. It's like, like a couple niggas would back down and then a couple niggas would fight. It was a defining moment.
That's what guys do though. Guys could be like beat it out and then they be, yo, we good. Like, yo.
Yeah, I fought a junior mentor that day and then we never had beef again. I seen him on the Ave years later. He wasn't doing too good, but you know, I hope he's doing better now.
So that program did not work for him.
It wasn't extremely remarkable results from what I've seen in the numbers, but I have not kept up with everybody. You know, time has passed. Maybe people changed. You know what I'm saying? Weed's legal now. I don't know. I hope people doing good. You know what I'm saying?
I think that programs are meant for people who are ready to shift. I
was in the junior stock program in junior high school. Until it got canceled though, because you know funding. You know, I can't have niggas learning about fucking stocks at 13 years old. But what I did learn was to not spend. I had like, you know, when you was young, you get them little bond checks for your family and shit. I never spent nothing of the shit that I got. I just left it. So whatever, you know, I kept the information that I remembered from the programs that existed for 3 weeks, maybe. It was supposed to be for the year, but it lasted for like 3 weeks. And then the teacher that was supposed to be doing it, it was this fat white guy, mad friendly. It was like young Santa Claus. I'm dead ass. He was like young Santa Claus mixed with Seth Rogen, and he just knew about stocks. And he was in the hood teaching little black kids about stocks for 3 weeks, and then homeboy got defunded, disappeared. That's it. Never seen a nigga again.
That's what happens in public schools.
Mm-hmm.
The DOE is trash. Yeah, I said it.
Yeah, you know, DOE, my girlfriend's a teacher, so I've heard her insights on the DOE.
It's not for black folks.
And, first of all, school in general neglects many parts of a child's / human's development in total, especially public school. And then a step further, school is suited more for a woman's mind. It's more suited for a feminine mind or something like like girls seem to do extremely well in academics in academic structures, where dudes do better in like open land like go out and find the thing type of shit. Visual. Like go like I remember being in like shop classes and what like it was like go when you apply math to me, like applicable math, when you can make math look like real life, then I'll understand it. Like I have struggles with math in general, lots of struggles as I was a younger, right? But there'll be very weird areas, like random areas in math or math academics or anything like that, where for some reason I'm getting a 98 on that, just that though. So something about like graphs or like applicable math in certain structures of architecture or camera where you could count light in Kelvin degrees and shutter speeds and apertures and ISOs. Those numbers are useful to me. Right. But when it just comes to like, hey, take that X and get busy with it, I'll pass the fuck out. You dig?
Yeah. That algebra, nigga. First off, I actually have a new bit about how this guy, you know, dating is fucking weird as shit. now, being out in the dating world, this guy asked me what my body count was. And I was like, what? And then he asked me like, when did you start having sex? And I was like 15. And that nigga literally like did multiplication and long division to find out what my body count was. And I was like, nigga, what?
Wait, in front of you, he sat down and was like, all right, let me go ahead and carry the 2.
He was like, all right, so I'm gonna carry the 3. That nigga did a math equation with this pussy. I was like, oh my God.
All right. Yeah, that's wild.
Yeah, he carried the X over the Y.
And you know why
like,
I think this happens, yo? And I feel like the reason, like, we as a whole, especially on this side of the world, especially in this country, we're taught to, one, not like women, to be afraid of women, to just have a soured relationship with women.
I think that whole freedom of sexuality and things like that. Have you ever been to Europe?
No.
So I lived in Europe when I was in college for a few months. I was studying abroad. And I was in Belgium.
Oh shit. Fuck them for what they did in Africa. But you know, I make chocolate now. I just learned about it, so maybe my anger is a little, it's fresh.
Okay.
Give me some time. I'll mend the wounds.
Yeah, take your time. So just like even like watching commercials out there, like sex and things like that are just not taboo. Like everything is so free. Like first off, them motherfucking kids is on a train at young ages and just sitting there chilling with their iPhone. It's just like, it's kind of like New York City, but they just chilling, having regular ass conversations and speak 10 different languages. It's so different. Like,
well, the language thing, it's kind of like how a New Yorker can go to every different area, and maybe I don't speak Bengali or speak Spanish, but I can communicate with a person from that place because I grew up here and I was exposed to those cultures from young all the time. But yeah, you're in New York City, you're going to meet a person that's from DR, Trinidad, Afghanistan, Jewish, Iraq. It's going to be all over the place. So I've seen. I went to school. I got friends from, this friend is Sikh. This friend is Hindu. This friend is Christian. This one is a Jewish friend. That's there in New York City. But the way that part of Europe is laid out, that's how it is. Because if you go further out into the larger parts of Europe where the landmass changes, Russians don't do that shit.
No.
There'll be many Russians would just speak predominantly a Russian language. Maybe a little bit of some type of like Asian influences because of like, I forgot the country that's over there. But yeah, they don't do that. So because of how Belgium is and France and all these fucking places, you could take the damn C train from different countries. Of course, you're going to pick up on a different. Yeah. So it's like, fuck y'all for speaking 75 different languages. This is right next door.
That's true. But even when I was in Barcelona, they have
Barcelona.
Barcelona. They have topless beaches, and literally you will see from young to old women to fat women out there with their titties out, happy as fuck. Because they're not thinking about image and things like that. Like it's so like it's a stigma to be like out and about looking like sloppy or whatever in America for the most part. Or your titties is sagging. Like I seen this one bitch on the beach where her titties was dead ass. I swear to God, they was down to her kneecaps. I put that on everything, and that bitch was having the time of her life. And men were looking at her like, yeah, I like it.
Because somebody's gonna like it.
Yeah,
but that's the thing about like that's anybody who's struggling with that idea. You just got to open your eyes a little bit more, because the fact that you keep seeing faces that you may not find attractive means they keep fucking making those faces.
That is a great theory.
People keep fucking. No matter what, no matter where you at, people fucking. So relax your shoulders. You see her or you see him, say her, get it on. They fucking out here and they leaving it in. So relax.
Yo, they are leaving it in. All these COVID babies. Oh my gosh.
It's gonna be one
Everybody
little
pregnant.
funny little group of people. I'm gonna tease the dog shit out of them when they get older. So they're gonna be weird.
They are. They're gonna be weird as fuck. Did you
So
get your vaccine yet?
babies. Nah, I have not. I'm not exactly rushing to it. I'm gonna give it some more time until I see people stop coughing or whatever the fuck's happening in the news.
Yep. I'm gonna wait until somebody baby come out as an alien.
You know, because just I keep seeing too many mixed reviews. It's like the same way I shop on Amazon. I don't buy something that I see. You know, when you scroll down for the reviews, and then the first one is like 5 stars. It's fucking amazing. I used it twice. Oh my god! And then the next one is like, my aunt died. I'm not buying that no more. So if that's sound logic from my fucking Amazon subscription, shoot me some love for making that same logic with my goddamn body. Give me some time until motherfuckers stop saying, "Oh, I took it," and then my dick fell off.
Fell off in the street while you was walking, and you couldn't even go retrieve it because you didn't even notice. It just
it started coughing on its own.
Started.
I don't want that.
That's terrible. We don't want that.
So now the man starts doing fucking it's a word with an A, the abacus. He's using the abacus to figure out your sexual history, right?
Yes.
Sliding all kind of shit around. This nigga is doing serious math work right now, okay?
Bruh.
Trying to figure you out. How does it go forward from there? What's the next step? What happens with
he came up with a number, and I just was like, yeah, that's it.
All right, and then I'm assuming he was dead in the water after that. Like nothing, it didn't go any further.
No, because what the fuck else is he gonna do? You decided to do a whole math equation. You're smart and you have it all figured out. So by your math equation, and you know what I'm saying, like this motherfucker had a formula and everything. So if that's your formula and that's what it's supposed to do, because the thing about math is that math is what it is. Like 1 + 1 = 2. It's never like, well, it could be this, it could be that. Math is what it is. So I'm gonna let you do your math equation, and you say that is what it is, then that is what it is.
This is a sidebar only because when you said that math analogy, it made me think of something. It is what it is. Math. And you said that you had a bit of a difficulty with math too.
I suck at math. I'm in a class right now that I got a C in.
But you do great in English.
Excellent.
All right. So many, and not even only English. Does that extend into any subject where the predominant prerequisite for passing is using literary or memory retention?
Yeah, I mean, I'm great at history.
So yeah, exactly. So
science.
We have that right now. What I've came up with, I'm thinking about theory, is that we have the tendency to understand the language of language, the use of words, and the application, the definition, the function, its conjunction use, its ability to join other words, what happens when it joins other words and how it can change, all of that shit.
Right.
Then we didn't get the expression or understanding of the numerical language, a mathematical language. Because when you see people who do math, they speak math, they fucking actually talk in a mathematical, it's like if you were to watch their words come out, they come out like a formula, they come out this way.
It's a whole
it's not from left to right in a big paragraph, and it's like this is the boop 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 done, boop 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 done. It's a way of viewing. They'll watch and discuss math for hours on end.
Let me tell you what math that it's big dick energy.
Explain this to me. And now I didn't know I was part of the little PP.
Because money is power. Having money and being understanding numbers and all of that shit is power, bro. So if you can just do a math equation and you understand money and all of that, you got big dick energy.
Wait a hot second. because money is absolutely different from math. There's many people who are excellent in the language of math, but cannot understand the language of money. Money is
real good, excellent mathematicians they put the two.
Yes, they have a salary. Many of them have a salary. They do not have a understanding of like esoteric money values and network and all these things.
But they just
have a salary. Yes, some do, and many just have a salary. Like how economics.
Many mathematicians use equations in a monetary sense. So like if you're doing an equation or something like that, they'll be like, okay, well, I know that, 50 cents is this many dimes or this many nickels or whatever like that. So then they'll do the math equation that way. And I'm like, damn, that's fucking very smart.
All right. So that person can do that. Now, the only way that can become money is if that person can find a way to make that worth money and worth a higher amount of money in replication to other people's ability to do the same thing or attempt it. Now, he has to have or she has to have other ingredients to have money come to them in an abundant amount. Otherwise, they have a skill that would be hired by a bigger entity to fill a position, and you would have a salary. Because if the people who are also good at English can use the language and understand, and they're journalists and all of this, then these people would be able to just write their way out of whatever the fuck. But yet they can't. There are many struggling journalists, authors, book writer, all kind of shit, because just your ability to string words together isn't the entire equation. You need other factors to complete it. So yeah, you good at math, you can count, nigga, but so what? No one gives a fuck. No one cares. Who gives a shit?
I can't stand
fucking do my taxes, man. Get on my face. Like, that's what happens to them. Somebody stuffs them in a fucking small locker and throws a damn calculator at them and be like, start hitting buttons, bitch, with your counting ass. And then they walk out.
What age does your girlfriend teach?
They small, yo.
God bless her, because fuck that.
they small, so they, you know what I mean? They like either like first grade or like kindergarten or something like that.
Actually, that's not so bad, because you're basically like you're a well-paid babysitter.
Now, I ain't gonna hold you. She probably tell you seven types of fuck off for that type of sentence, because I seen her do shit and that's not the case. From they be on.
Is she special ed?
Man, I had no. Not special ed, but she did tell me she taught a kid at one point at I think he had autism. So she was taking care of a kid who had autism and teaching him how to read, write, count, everything.
That's awesome. That's a special set of skills. My mom has been an educator for years, and she's been in special education for over like 25 years. She's now an administrator. So when your girlfriend is ready to make that change, my mom's district is always hiring.
District? What now? What's this business about district?
My mom is a boss. She oversees a district.
When you say district, what does that mean, though? I have no idea what that even refers to.
Oh, in Long Island, a whole school district.
Oh, okay, so each section has like an overseer for the section. That section.
She oversees 5 schools in special education department.
And that position is called an administrator. So then then for her category, each administrator would oversee a certain number of schools each. Right?
Yeah, so
her co-worker would also have 5 schools of their own.
Wait,
would it be like that? So her co-worker would also have 5 schools of their own type of thing.
No, not necessarily. They all have different roles, but she'll be able to get your girlfriend a good teaching job in the district.
Shit, I'll definitely pass that information on.
Yeah, tell
all
her.
Right, so that's number 2. We got the basketball date. And now the district. This is about to be the best podcast I've done ever.
we as Black people, we gotta connect with each other and make sure that we can get each other as our highest possibility. Always.
I agree with that.
Always.
I agree with that 100%, especially when it's about the thing of seeing. It's not just, okay, you're just Black, so that's it. But it's like, well, yeah. But it's also a responsibility because there's a thing of like, I want to do this just because you Black. I want to just like, yo, you know, about time somebody try to help us look different out here. Get our shit right so we can start having vacations on a regular fucking basis. How come Black families don't ever get to fucking go nowhere other than damn Coney Island or something? Like, we want to see other shit too, right? So let's get us to that level, right? All right. Unless I'm misspeaking, and then it's just a group that's just broke, and I just group in that group or whatever the fuck. I don't know, but I've been in Jamaica plenty of times. I don't know if that counts. Whatever. So you gotta get into that point. However, there's also the other side where it's like, damn, yo, like when you were saying before about the niggas that have access to a certain degree of things and choose with that access to misuse it.
Yep.
And it's like, well, and there's also the degrees of misuse too, where it's like, all right, you ain't doing too bad. You still somebody that could, you know, be worked with and shown the right way. You just wasting money on sneakers right now. But then there's other niggas that's like, you about to do about 15 to 20 years, bro. You done fucked up. You got a little fraud business going. You was out here with the card shit. You was out here getting it. Now you done got clinked. So, and I know people like that. I heard them stories where it's like, thank God when he hit me with that text, yo, you trying to get some money? I said, nope. I'm gonna just throw this out there. The ability to be okay with being broke because you have an understanding of why you are currently broke is a masterful skill. It will keep you out of so much shit.
Yo,
right?
That's a fact.
Because if you like, damn, I gotta get it. You gonna get it, but you gonna end up getting it. So now you got mad shit you gotta deal with. But if you like, I want it. I do want it. But you know, right now, job paying me, so I gotta say, you gotta do that. Pay this bill, go ahead, do this. I'm gonna go ahead and get that later on, you know, hold off, play it easy, chill, keep it low key, yada yada yada. I get it eventually. Next thing you know, you ain't got no stress. You're not looking over your shoulder the same way. You ain't gotta live a certain lifestyle. You could fucking go to the corner store and not be like, maybe them niggas is gonna. You could be different.
Yeah.
Like people don't understand the amount of choices, man. You can make some better choices, and that has some effects.
Choice is everything. Choice matters. I try to. We have programs like that with my nonprofit. Like that's crazy. Please explain that. So choice matters. So one of the programs we have is about making choices. And sometimes we start with the choice of just like your self-talk. So you make a choice when you wake up to either step into your power and use powerful affirmations that will push you to conquer the day and be your best you, or you make a choice to take those beliefs that were made about you from others who don't give a shit about you, and well, we don't say that to the girls, but who don't look out for your best interest, that say like you're dumb, you're stupid, you're ugly, you're fat, and things like that don't carry you to be your highest possibility. And also you make choices to be loving and kind to others, and it's hard to do that when you ain't got yourself right. So we start from like the root of the two to like what's going on with you, so that you can then shine your light out onto the world. But that's what I mean about choice matters. It starts with choosing you and choosing to love yourself enough to be your best you, so that you can step out into the world and be great for others and be great in your education, in your job, in your relationships, and all of that. So choice does matter. Making poor choices with your body, with your with your mind, with your life, and with others, like that shit can fuck you up for the rest of your life. Like,
absolutely.
Like I have a friend who got a booty thing, the injections,
The
the
job.
fats, and she was sick for like almost a month. And it's like, bitch, if you would have chose to love the skin that you're in and maybe
meanwhile, she wasn't no virgin when she got it.
You said what?
She wasn't a virgin when she got it.
She wasn't, and she was very beautiful.
Exactly, because it was in that beautiful ass.
Yo.
In them flatnesses, getting it in, no problem. Nobody was complaining.
But she didn't even have a flat ass. Like,
exactly, she being dramatic, looking at bitches that's not real on the internet.
Exactly, choice matters like a motherfucker, and that brings us. And we now have gone full circle. So when you see a woman's program and you see a man's program, but you see more women's program, it's because there needs to be more women's programs because so many women are using them. They're making a choice to use them to better their education.
Versus men aren't using the programs that are available.
So you're not going to see that many. That's just
that's like when men just don't ask for help. They'll just be fucked up and just don't ask for help.
Or it's like when men just like spit on the pussy and don't ask you if you like your clit played with. And if you just doing what you want to do, you don't give a fuck about what I want. You don't give a fuck about that shit. They just be doing shit.
That's a real thing. But then on the other side, you know, in that same vein, I've had some experiences where women were kind of unsure of what to do. So
ask. And that's what it is. Y'all don't want to ask. So what do you
I said the woman was unsure. How is it I'm supposed to ask her what she up to? Hey Chief, what's going on down there? You look what the fuck?
Hey, little clitoris. Hey, what is it that
you She was the one that was like, I'm just gonna be right here. Tell me if you need me. Have fun, do what you want. I've had that where they're like, hey, buddy, I like everything you're doing. Just do whatever you want to do. Okay, it's fine. I'll just stay right here. That's it. That's my participation. My participation is saying that this is legal. Okay, all right. That's all she gave me. This is legal, everyone. All righty, everybody. That's it.
Yo, that's fucking hilarious.
So, you know, everybody got some lessons to learn out here. You know what I'm saying? Ultimately, that's it. I think that's the thing. If both parties and every party can just admit that they also don't know shit and that they have mad work to do, we can get somewhere. Because because a lot of times, in order to actually get somewhere, you have to include the people who have a hard time using their upper function. The ability to really churn thoughts are difficult for some. Like,
yes,
I've seen it where I'm like, wow, I can tell you're giving it everything you have. This is 100% effort, and it's not clicking. It's fucking all your pistons are firing, and you're still going. So I know it's just not happening for you, right? But in order to get the whole world to move forward, we got to get them too. So it's a different thing. We got to have some type of inclusion. Like, you know what? I feel like, you know, it really fucks people up. The fact that the descriptions for many identifiers and groups are multisyllabic. You know, it's difficult to say. It's difficult to define. Maybe it's a new word in your vocabulary. Yeah. But if it was like Team A versus Team B, if it was like Team A want everybody to just be happy, it got grass and the air is clean, water is healthy, and all that good shit. You can marry who you want to marry. You go to bed, The kids got good education, yada yada yada. Shit's electric. You know what I mean? Community sharing and gardening and all that good stuff. People be reading over there. They do yoga. And then Team B is like, if you give somebody water at a voting station, I'm putting your fucking ass in jail. And also, if let a bitch try to vote. Let's see what's gonna happen to her. How about that? That's Team B. If we just keep it like that, it's easy. A dumb person could be like, I'll be Team A.
Yeah.
versus I'll be intersectionality. I would woo.
Well,
They ain't gonna be able to say it, yo.
That's why we have like 4 different voter categories.
Woo! See, and you got all type of masters and shits. Or what the fuck the motherfucker that ain't got none of that gonna say?
Nothing.
See, like we need everybody. Team A, Team B. That's it.
It's really hard right now.
That's it. Team A, Team B, yo. We gotta get everybody included. It's rough. How else can we move forward?
So I have some homework to do.
Education. She gotta go, y'all. She got to go.
Where are you gonna be performing next?
I had a show this week, but it got canceled. But then yesterday I had the illest day ever. I went, hung out, smoked, ended up doing a show. Shout out to New York Comedy Club. But so y'all figure it out. People that's fucks with me. Where?
Perform?
The Penthouse. I was at the Penthouse. Okay. Yeah. It was a random pop-up, a little drop-in joint. Shout out to them. But as far as shows, that'll be on the Insta Grizzlies and everything like that on the social medias, right? Andre D. Thompson, they know. Tell them where to find you, how to get in touch with you.
Rubs hands like Birdman. Y'all can follow me on the Instagrams. Oh, the puppy finally came and got up at the end of the goddamn show. This nigga. Y'all know what time it is. He's so cute. Y'all can find me on the Instagrams at Allie Leftridge. That's ALLYLEFTRIDG. It's Left and Ridge put together. It's just a regular ass slave last name. It's just regular. Y'all can find me. Y'all can also find me at New York Comedy Club every week. I'm there every week, late night, every week, no matter what. And yeah, just catch up with me. I always have shows, and I'm super you can hit me up on Instagram and I'll be like, what up? And then we'll just say, hey, and we'll be friends.
Here we go.
There it is.
I approve that message. Allie's awesome. Hope you guys enjoyed the episode. Wish Allie luck on her studies. You feel me?
Thank you.
And that's it, everyone. Thank you. Slouch Theory.
Later.
All right.